All right, good morning again. Today we went to a different glassing spot. Actually, where we saw the buck Matt got from. So we know it's a good spot. There's been a really nice 4x4. I've got a bunch of footage of them, so you guys have seen them in the videos. But we're gonna try to find that buck. I've seen him here a lot, so we're gonna get to work and see if we can't hopefully get a stalk in this afternoon or today sometime. So let's get to it and see what we can find. The update is that we're already seeing deer. We just got started. We got a group of at least 5 over here with 2 bucks. Neither one of them are big, but we'll keep watching them. Maybe the big one's there. And right here next to us, there's 3 does, so we're picking them up. It's a beautiful day, and we're gonna find some big to go after. Let's get them. Glassed up one of the target bucks we have. So we are boogieing up this mountain to get in a better position to glass him because he kind of went out of sight. So we got to hustle, get to a new vantage point, and hopefully we can pick him up again and maybe put a move in later. We'll see what happens. Another buck that's also really nice, so he went over top this hill that we're going up right now. So we're getting up to the top, and hopefully we're able to pick him up on the backside. Wind is picking up a bit today, so it'll be a nice day for a stalk if we can find one and put him in position. So we'll see what happens. We came up this hill to look for, there was 2 bucks, one that I saw 4 or 5 days ago that I definitely would shoot. I have 2 bucks on my list. He's one of the 2. And there was another decent one that we were gonna try to get Tove on. So we came up here, looked around, didn't see any of them. We started coming down this hill to this boulder that I knew would be a good vantage point. And before we got there, I saw the bigger buck, maybe 100 yards down below us. So I stopped, and he got out to about 150 yards with a doe, and the doe knew I was there, but the buck had no clue, and they actually separated right there. So we watched the buck go up this drainage behind me, and he just bedded up in a juniper. So it's pretty windy, pretty good conditions, so I'm gonna try to put a move in. I mean, it's always really hard, but the conditions conditions are pretty good, so I'm gonna go give it a try, and hopefully the next time I see you guys, we got an arrow through this buck, so we're gonna go give it our best shot. Well, I am back, and unfortunately the stalk it wasn't fruitful. I did not get a deer, but it was not because I blew a stalk. It actually went perfect, really good conditions. I was creeping around junipers, and finally I saw him bedded, and he was right around 100 yards bedded, and he was looking away from me, quartered away, but his head was looking away. So I could keep tabs on his antlers and make sure if he got startled, I froze. He never did. The wind was great, and I was heading in, and where he was laying, I think I could have threaded a shot and hit him really well while he was laying down. So I knew if I could just close to the yardage I wanted, I'd be able to lace a shot in there. And unfortunately, before I got there, he just got up. It wasn't because of me. He just got up and stretched. So I'm ranging, and then he started to kind of move diagonal left and up from me. So I thought, okay, well, I had decent cover and the wind was still good. So I tried to move up to my left, and I thought maybe I could get in front of him and have him walk broadside in front of me, which worked perfect. But he was 96 yards broadside in the open, and I always preach ethical bow hunting, and to me it just was not an ethical shot to make, especially it was steep uphill, it was windy, and I haven't been shooting as much as I normally do because of my wrist. So chose not to make the shot. It wasn't blown. I kept going. He didn't know I was there still. We got up to the top of the hill, and there was a saddle, and I said, okay, well, if I can get over to that saddle, and it's hard to keep up with a deer even when he's going slow. When you're a person, it's hard to keep up with them and be quiet at the same time. So I did my best to get up there, and I'm creeping around thinking he'll be in the saddle below me, and I look off to my left, and he had cleared the saddle and was about, by this point, maybe 200 yards, and he was looking right at me. So I sat down to see if maybe he would relax and lay down again, and I sat there about 10 minutes. He just kept looking at me. So I got up, looked at him, gave him one of these salutes, turned around and walked back. So definitely didn't spook him at all. He knew I was there at the very end, but other than that, never spooked him. He didn't even run when I left. Like I said, I just looked at him, gave him one of these, and left. So it was a lot of fun. And I know this is easy to say, but I really believe that if he would have bedded there for 10-15 more minutes, I really believe we would be processing a deer right now. I know it's easy to say, but I have spot and stalked a lot of mule deer bucks successfully, and that was like picture perfect what I wanted. He just got up a little sooner than I needed him to. So in either case, a lot of fun. He's going to be back here, so we'll try to find him again, and hopefully next time he lays there 10 more minutes. Hey, came to the afternoon spot, or one of our afternoon spots, trying to find James's big 3x3 that he's after. But I see what looks like a 4x something. It's a long ways out, so I'm going to take a walk. I got a chance because it's real windy. He's bedded down, and I'll see what I can do. I'll have to go through some javelina to get him, but looking forward to a good walk in the desert and an attempt. So as far as the stalk you saw me go on, I did spook the javelina, and it was pretty windy, a consistent wind, and I was following a buck that was just cruising. It was all alone. It was a big buck. It looked like a Forkosaurus, a big old forky, but James said he had some more points on him. I didn't see him, but he would just walk slow, and every time he turned his back, I'd walk up faster on him, or if I got an indentation or a gully, I would gain ground on him, and I was doing really good. And then I think he was feeding or something, and out of the corner of the eye he caught movement or something behind him, which was me. So I just sat there a long time, and then he started to walk straight towards me. And I thought for sure he was going to win me because it looked like he was downwind. And then he came across in front of me at 80 yards, sort of a gentle down slope.
I don't shoot that far, and it was pretty dang windy, so it wasn't really a shot for me. But he actually walked completely across downwind of me and never smelled me, because I guess the wind I was in was blowing over him. And when he got out of ways, I grunted at him. He looked at me, and he started to walk away. I grunted again. He looked at me, and then he walked away. And then I grunted at him a third time, and he sort of did a little faster step away. And I actually thought about chasing him some more, because James saw him in the binocs, but I didn't do it. And that was the end of that. All in all, it was a great day. We had James got a real close to almost a successful stalk, and I guess I did too. So we had a good day, and the bucks are out. They're rutting and they're roaming around. So maybe tomorrow's the day. Maybe.